This is the Wiser Than Serpents channel. Welcome to today. Screw it. This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. I wanted to put a video up over here on YouTube because I just want to make all of you aware of the things that are about to happen on YouTube. Now, we all know of all my channels that have been nuked, all the truther channels I'm sure that you've seen and watched over the years, but recently I had 3 nuked in about 2 weeks, and this is the only one that I have left, so I'm laying low right now. But I want you to know about this new YouTube restriction that is coming where they're going to try and get you to upload your identification to YouTube. And again, this is something I've warned about over the years. I said, once the digital ID is in place and websites like YouTube start requiring an ID is probably the time that I would leave. Now, there's always ways around it. You could use other people's IDs until there is a mandatory permanent digital ID. But for those of you out there that don't know, I'm going to get into this so you can see, because what they're doing now is they're using the algorithms because they know that many of us who have accounts remain anonymous. You don't put your real information in when you make a YouTube account. Now, that's something they want to change. They want to end anonymity on the internet so that they can, criminalize you over things that you say online, especially anything that is anti-government or questioning the government, just like they do in China. And this will result in imprisonment, bank accounts being frozen. It's coming. And this is the start of it. So they're using AI to try to identify your age. And I'll get into it in more detail, but let me show you here Neil Mohan. This is your current CEO, this pudgy little turd who isn't even, isn't really American, who's telling us who are American in this country what we should say and what we can't say. It's pretty incredible how all this has actually happened and how we've allowed it. But this is the little pudge ball who should be probably focusing on losing those titties instead of trying to gain access to people's identities and try to figure out who can hear certain things and who can't. So here he is again with Mr. Beast, another formulated, non-human YouTuber. I don't think this guy is human at all. This is the type of crap they want kids out there to watch. Teenagers 13 to 17 who primarily watch YouTube for their content. They want them to watch garbage like this because it doesn't do anything for their minds. All it does is poison their minds. It's entertainment. It's a total waste and a distraction. And it's nonsense, right? Like, how many people could swim in a bucket of Cheetos, right? How many, hairs can you pluck off your nipple? Yay, let's watch this for 30 minutes. It's nothing but garbage. And this is what YouTube wants on its platform. So for anybody out there wondering in regards to me uploading again here, right now I am not going to be, but I might put up important videos here and there. My website is where all my content is. I've been making new videos every day, as I always do over there. I just put one up on Donald Trump launching the Digital Health Initiative, which is fully backed by the CDC, the World Economic Forum, the WHO, you name it, they're backing it. It is a global initiative, all MAGA, completely distracted by what's going on, and I recommend everybody go over there and join the website. There's a lot of content over there that you have missed over the last couple of weeks. It's $2.99 a month. It's 10 cents a day. That gives me unlimited bandwidth over there. It enables me to send out email blasts every time I upload a video, which costs a lot of money every month to do. And of course, it keeps the trolls out, who we know are still very active here on YouTube, even though they've pretty much buried me, because the trolls know if they put up videos about me, their view count will still triple because people out there still want my content and still want to find me. But for now, you can find me on the website. The forum, again, is worth it over there. I highly recommend everybody join and give it a try. You need to see some of the content, including this video on Donald Trump and the Digital Health Initiative, because this is the beginning of the digital ID, okay? They're going to force people into digitizing all of their medical records through Google, through Amazon, all these trusted corporations who are really running the government. And then, of course, when you go to the doctor's office, because they're telling you could opt into this, when the doctor says, it's not an opt-in option, we're only doing things this way now. We digitized everything. We're only doing medical records this way. Everything has to be digitized. Well, the only way you're going to be able to go to the doctor is to have your digital health passport in place, which, again, is all part of the digital ID, everything being digitized. Now, before I get into the story again, if anybody out there is wondering, I do have a Rumble channel. And because of the fact that I know if I put stuff up over here, the channel will get terminated, that'd be it. They won't be able to follow me on YouTube. I have put a few new videos up over on Rumble, including one on Beyonce's demonic funeral for America that Beyonce put out. And of course, more satanic occult stuff revolving around Beyonce and her sister and the satanic altar inside of her home. So on Rumble, I have it linked below. You could subscribe over there. I might put that Donald Trump video up over there. I'm not sure yet. But I have put up a lot of videos that they recently took down off of here. And I do have a video as well that I put up over there for people to see on Ozzy Osbourne's death. Since, of course, we know when these people are Satanists and they die, people think that they're going to heaven, right? And I show you all the breakdown of this guy and how satanic he truly is and how many souls were led to hell because of Ozzy Osbourne and his influence, even though he denies being a Satanist, even though you can see all the all-seeing eye symbolism, the black goo symbolism, which I've covered and broken down many times over, even when he was on Geraldo, pretending he wasn't a Satanist when they were trying to create the satanic panic. They had Satanists like him on there saying, we're really good people, we're great guys, right? And then they sing songs about Aleister Crowley and every other satanic thing that they do, have albums worshiping Satan. It's incredible. So that video is available on Rumble. And again, I might put stuff up over there if more people end up subscribing over on Rumble. It is a horrible platform, though, by the way. I mean, it is a cesspool of MAGA. I know a lot of you want me over there to try to, get in the middle of the hindmive that is Rumble and MAGA. But the problem is that nothing will get promoted over there unless it's MAGA. Kind of like over on YouTube, you don't get promoted. But when I am able to get through and get my channels into the partner program, I am able to get recommended to new people over on Rumble. You really don't, because every time you sign into Rumble, you go over to Rumble, this is the crap that's on there. Pelosi melts down after Trump accuses her of insider trading, right? Tim Cast, just a guy who was a YouTuber in the garbage can, had a channel with like maybe 1,000 subs. All of a sudden, 2016, when Pizzagate happened and they eliminated all the great channels like mine and everybody else out there who was telling the truth, these were the people that were propped up as your new truth movement. People like Tim Cast and some of these other guys like Steven Crowder, breaking, Tulsi drops major receipts approving Obama, treasonism stuff, Epstein and Diddy. These are all government psyops. So this keeps all these people completely distracted. They are down an endless rabbit hole created by the government. And that's what the platform is, right? New MAGA. It's just MAGA, 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 brainwash people, and they get millions of views over there, which is incredible that people even want to sit through this regurgitated stuff. They think they're awake. They're completely asleep. I had to get that off my chest, but that is what Rumble is. So I know a lot of you want me to infiltrate. I just hate the platform. I hate the back end of it, how it works. But I will pop some stuff up over there and some old videos from time to time just to, get some stuff out there into the world until I decide what I want to do. If I want to come back to YouTube, if I can figure out a way around the algorithm, or if I want to go back to podcasting or something like that. I don't know yet, but I know that right now I'm still making content every day on the website, so I hope to see you over there. Now, back to this, okay? There's multiple things to dissect here. Let's start with the identity, YouTube identifying your age, okay? Because this is a big problem. The reason that they're doing this is because they want to make sure teenagers don't see content like mine if I slip through the algorithm. If any truth channel still remains on YouTube, they want to make sure that it's put under restricted content. They want to control what you can and cannot see. They want to play Big Brother. So YouTube will begin using AI-powered age estimation technology to figure out which users are under the age of 18 starting August 13th. YouTube will detect underage users in the US based on their activity and the age of their account, allowing the platform to automatically apply restrictions. And again, the restrictions won't be preventing minors from seeing some of the disgusting, content that's on YouTube. From some of the music videos where like people like Cardi B are just naked doing music videos, right? Where they show their butt cheeks. They show their breasts. To some of the stuff where they're hinting at pedophilia, or some of these videos where you see like women doing things like, and it's all sexualized. It's really ridiculous garbage content, but that will not be restricted. They don't want teenagers awakening, which is exactly what I've been trying to do all these years on this platform. So talking about the YouTube will detect underage users in the US based on their activity, okay? These accounts will get the same protections YouTube already offers to users who identify themselves as under 18, including a block on age-restricted videos, non-personalized ads, take-a-break notifications, and a limited or repeated video recommendations about sensitive topics. Now, what do you think sensitive to them? Talking about the New World Order, talking about Agenda 2030, talking about any of the stuff that we all talk about, right? So one of the things that's important to note in the article is how important it is for them to target teenagers 13 to 17, because 90% of 13 to 17-year-olds use YouTube as their number one source of information. So they want to control that because the teenagers are the most crucial element. They're going to get them, pushing them into all these narratives like climate change and climate laws, vaccination, all this crap. They need to mold their minds. Right now is when they're most susceptible to learning real information. That's why it's so important for them to have us institutionalized in the education systems from such a young age to an age like 20 something when your brain stops maturing. So they want to make sure that those kids only see things like Mr. Beast and, of course, the alt-right media crap that they'll feed them because it keeps them in the left-right paradigm. As long as everyone's divided over politics in the left and the right, they win because eventually they're going to herd people again into left, red and blue states and all the other stuff that they have planned with certain laws for certain states, certain vaccination mandates for certain states, certain climate laws for certain states, certain LGBT rights for certain states, certain abortion rights for certain. That's how they're going to herd people. So unless people break out of that, they're going to have control of them. And another thing, in addition to this, because again, if they determine that you are, say you're 40 and you're listening and they say, well, you're 15. We think you're 15, which the algorithm somehow has the ability to do. They're going to ask you to upload your ID. Otherwise, you're going to be blocked from using YouTube. Otherwise, you won't be able to use your account. You won't be able to comment. This is easing people into digital IDs to get into and access websites. I've talked about this for many years, right? It's going on in Australia. The UK is implementing this stuff. It's amazing that everyone thinks that Donald Trump is a patriot. He's going to do something about this. He's not going to do anything about it. Just like he's pretending that he's end censorship. Really, I lost 7 channels this year in 7 months. Yeah, it's really ending censorship. Oh, because I don't keep people in the left-right paradigm, right? Donald Trump bringing in every New World Order agenda possible. He's one of them. It couldn't be more obvious. But the sheep continue to sleep. So they're going to make you upload an ID, just letting you know that, which is, again, another reason that this platform is dead. They're deliberately sabotaging this platform on purpose anyway. They're going to have it so that it's their people, like their Mr. Beasts, and then they want to turn this into like the new cable, the new live streaming, and it's not working. People aren't interested. They want content creators like me, content creators like a lot of you out there who are actually critically thinking, okay? And another thing that they're doing is videos like mine, right? They don't want on the platform. So if you look at their content that violates the guidelines, one of the things they highlight is content that exclusively features readings or other materials you did not originally create, like text from websites or news feeds. So every time I have a channel, for anyone that doesn't know, every month or so, they send me a notification that says my channel is going to get banned in 14 days unless I upload a video proving that I'm real because, I don't show my face on my videos, right? So they're kind of like, oh, are you AI? Are you a real person? So I have to upload a video, which I do a ridiculous thing. I pretend I'm gay every time, hi, everybody. And they fall for it, hook, line, and sinker because, well, they're complete idiots, the humans at least that work there. And then they allow my channel to remain. But this is one of the things that they don't want. They don't want people doing the types of videos that I do, where I don't show my face because they don't want anonymity. They want so that if they ban you, that they'll have facial recognition, and if you ever try to come back, they'll immediately remove you because you'll be programmed into the algorithm. So this is what they're doing right now. They are trying to end people by saying, oh, well, people who, read things, read text, but don't show their face. They want everyone to be formulated. All the formulated videos you see on Rumble and YouTube, where it's a person talking and they got a little box in the right corner, like a news anchor, all sitting at a desk, wearing a blazer, looking like, cookie cutters right out of Tavistock. That's either the all right and left. They all look and talk the same. It's the same formulated crap. That's the behavior they want. That's the content that they want. They don't want people anonymous. They don't want people showing them and piecing things together. They don't want videos where you see all the signs and the symbols and the repetition like I show you because it breaks you free from their spell. And trust me, this is a spell that they have on the masses. So July 15th, here's another thing. They said we're making an update to our repetitious content policy to better clarify this. It includes content that is repetitive or mass-produced. That's another thing that they've put me in. That's why I think my channel's got nuked off, because I make multiple videos every day, right? 2 to 3 videos every day I was making here, pretty much 2 or 1. A little bit recently, making more like 2 or 1 to try to, make sure the algorithm doesn't detect me. They're counting that as like repetitive or mass-produced because, well, it's just a guy talking, he's just reading. They want you, these guys who make like 1 video a week, even though it probably takes them an hour to make it, to make it so that you can't constantly talk to people, interact with people, and wake people up. So they call it inauthentic content, and that's kind of what they've labeled me as. And again, they're using the algorithm on me. A lot of you have asked, you've said, why do all the copycat channels get the stab? I don't know why they do. Maybe because they don't have a lot of subscribers. That's probably why this one hasn't been detected yet, right? I always tell people, usually when my channel hits 25 to 30, it used to be 100, but then it turned into 25 to 30. They go overnight usually. They go within a week or 2. So I'm assuming that the algorithm just hasn't detected those people who have uploaded my old content. That's the only thing that I can think of. I don't know why, but all I know is that they're on to me somehow. And I've tried VPNs, I've tried other things, and we know the government can get through any VPN they want. So clearly what they've done is put a block on me. But again, I'm on this channel right now, and nobody seems to care. Now there's only 2 videos up. One's a pig with lipstick on, and the other one's saying that I'm gone. So I don't know. Well, we'll see in the future if I can figure out how to outsmart this thing, but I don't know why and how other channels have remained. But again, there's a lot of channels out there that pretend to be me. BitChute, all these channels, they upload my content, okay, but they're not me. So just remember that. If they're interacting with you, it's not me, because people are pretending to be me. I've gotten messages from other YouTubers from the past who are saying, why are you telling me off in the comment section? I haven't been in anybody's live chat in about 8 years, okay? I'm not commenting on any of these videos. I'm not watching people's videos anymore. I don't know people's new channels anymore. I'm just focusing on my own life and my own content. So there's people making avatars, and they put my little, image on there, my logo for the website, A Call for an Uprising, and they comment. Everyone's like, Call's in here. He's trolling so-and-so. He's trolling so. And it's just been a constant thing for 10 years. So don't worry about it, okay? And if you're a channel that's falling for it, come on. Let's be better than that. It's 2025, okay? I have better things to do. I'm an old man now. I'm not trolling people's channels. I couldn't care less what people are saying. I couldn't care less what people are even saying about me. So that's just a little update. I had mentioned also previously that I was considering suing YouTube. I talked about it over to people on the website. I contacted a couple of lawyers, and I'll tell you exactly what they said. Some of them actually literally hung up, which isn't a surprise. And a couple of them said the same thing. They said, you would have more rights and a better chance of winning a lawsuit against YouTube if you were in the KKK or the Black Panthers. That's what they said. They said if you were a member of those groups, you'd have a chance because you are what you are, and conspiracy and all that other stuff, or even just preaching, talking about the Bible and things like that, connecting it, showing Satanism. He said 0 chance. There's a 0% chance you'd win. A court wouldn't take it, and we know they control the courts anyway. Obviously, when I said that, I was just really frustrated. I knew that there was no chance that any lawyer would ever take the case, but if anyone out there is wondering, okay, that's the world we live in now. If you're in the KKK, which shouldn't even exist in the first place, but if you're in it, thanks to the Freemasons who created it, if you're in it, and Albert Pike, if you're in it, you got a better chance of suing and beating YouTube for discrimination than A Call for an Uprising does. So, sums up the world in 2025. Now, again, if you're not on the website, I recommend you join. You're missing a lot of great content, and the forum itself is worth the $3. Okay, it's an unfiltered forum. There's a lot of great information being shared over there. And then you get my videos, which are now really exclusive to the website for the time being. Nobody has my permission to take my videos off of the website and upload them on other platforms. Okay, they have no permission to do that. So if they do and you're listening, well, be careful. Okay, don't upload my content. It's for the people over on the website. If I want people out there to see it, I will put it up on my Rumble channel. Those are the only places you can find me right now. Here, the Rumble link below, and the website. So I'm a little fired up about everything that's going on right now in the world. It's just, it's really gearing up. It's hitting at a level that, I didn't even think Trump could do this fast, but I guess Mr. Operation Warp Speed is, it meant more than just Operation Warp Speed to get graphene oxide and nanotech inside your body. It clearly has dual meanings now because we're seeing it in full force. So I hope to see more of you over on the website. Again, this channel hopefully doesn't get terminated. If it does, that's where you can find me. I recommend you join the website, sign up for it, give it a try for a month. If you don't like it, you can always unsubscribe. It's $3, the price of a bottle of water. And check out the Rumble channel. At least subscribe over there, because if something happens to this channel, I'll upload something over there so you could figure out, where is he. So I recommend you if you don't have an account there, you just make one and then click follow to my channel, because you will get email notifications. So if I vanish off the face of the earth, I can at least upload a video there and you'll find me, because I don't have any other channels here on YouTube. So again, I miss everybody over here. There's not many people here, obviously, because of how fast they hit the other channels up. But I appreciate all of you. YouTube becoming a complete cesspool. It already was. But Neil Mohan and these douchebags, these walking turds that call themselves human, which we know most of them aren't, are really cranking down the censorship. They are using more and more AI, and now they're coming after you, the users. They want to know how old you are because they want to protect you from the content you see. But you can see Cardi B naked walking around if you want in the trending section, or other nonsense that promotes Satanism and the occult. That'll all be trending, and that will not be age restricted. This is clearly a way to make sure kids don't find content that may wake them up to what's going on in the world. I thank you all again for being here. God bless all of you as always and your families.